What's up everybody, Andy here and welcome back to Kit Guru. If you're a content creator or live streamer looking to improve your overall quality, you may be wanting to jump into buying your next webcam or camera. But don't. Ask yourself, is my audio quality good enough? Have you ever noticed you can't sit through a video with horrendous audio despite how good the visuals are, but you can watch bad visuals with good audio? And that's because audio is arguably the most important of the two. Now, Genesis think they have the solution to your audio problems. Today, we're checking out the Radium 600 professional USB microphone by Genesis. But just how good is it? Let's find out. The Radium 600 was released a few months ago and it currently retails in the UK for roughly around £80 or a little bit more. But I do need to mention that at the time of filming, I could not find it in stock anywhere, so just note that. Let's jump straight into the packaging, as the Radium 600 doesn't come in any old cardboard box. It actually comes in a dedicated metal flight case surrounded by a cardboard box. Now, I was impressed right off the bat, as all the microphones I've ever bought in the past have included a flimsy zip bag for transport. However, Genesis have clearly thought about the traveling content creators and streamers by including this metal flight case instead of offering it as a separate purchase, and that is definitely a good first impression to make. The flight case is made from aluminium with a large Genesis logo on the front, small plastic feet on the base, a carry handle on the top, two flip locks on the side, and foam cutouts inside to house everything that comes with the mic perfectly. The only negative here is that there is no way to lock the case, so if you were to travel with it, anyone can open it if they get their hands on it, so keep that in mind. Inside the case, we find the Radium 600 microphone, a USB-A to USB-B cable, several pieces that make up the desk stand and microphone holder, as well as a foam pop/windshield and a dedicated pop filter on an adjustable bendy arm with a clamp at the base. Now, assembling the stand was straightforward and the process was very easy, whilst being completely toolless. Now, screw the adjustable pole into the base, screw the mic holder onto that, and then screw the microphone into the holder itself. The foam shield slides over the mic and the adjustable pop shield clamps onto the base. Very easy. But as easy as it was to set up, I do have some issues with the stand. Now, first of all, the adjustable height is almost pointless. It raises up about an inch, but worse than that is the fact that it's incredibly unstable. Now, the base itself is stable, but the kind of adjustable bit isn't. The adjustable section, even when non-extended and tightened, is loose and wobbly, and it proceeds to worsen when it's fully extended. Now, my second issue is the base is huge. Ideally, you want your microphone directly in front of you, and this base will mean that you'll need a lot of space to have your keyboard further back to compensate. Having a larger base does make it less likely to fall over and should potentially absorb more vibrations, since it has a thin foam ring around the base, but even that isn't ideal. I'd have liked to have seen more than a couple of millimeters of foam around the outside here, maybe 1 centimeter of foam spanning the entire base instead of just around the rim would have been better. Now, for me, the stand and the base are not ideal. I mean, for traveling, it will definitely do, and it's kind of nice to have, but for permanent use, you know, I'd recommend buying a boom arm. Now, boom arms can clamp onto your desk, and these range in price between £10 to well over £100, but they are worth the investment because they greatly minimize vibrations that otherwise would be picked up by the microphone. Just as an example, if you've got a bass on your desk and you're typing away aggressively on the table, those vibrations will be picked up and translate into the audio. Okay, so I'm not overly impressed with the stand, but the microphone's first physical impressions are actually great. It feels sturdy, it has a really nice weight to it, and it has a lovely matte black finish. We have the USB Type B port on the base for power and transfer. On the right hand side we have a mute button, a gain control knob, a headphone and volume knob, and a 3.5mm jack input for headphones. On the front of the mic we have a funny upside down peach symbol. Now this symbol does two jobs. It not only tells you the direction that the capsule inside is facing, so you know which direction to face towards yourself to speak into, but it also indicates its polar pickup pattern. Now more on that later. In terms of features on the microphone itself, it's very handy to have a dedicated mute and gain knob, and also having that headphone jack and controls are nice to see. If you're going to sneeze or do anything that will create loud noises, you can quickly get to the mute button or adjust the gain accordingly. The Radium 600 is a condenser microphone. Now generally speaking, streamers and content creators have two choices of microphones. You have condenser microphones and then you have dynamic microphones. Dynamic mics are not very sensitive and they capture only the sounds directly in front of them, so they must be very close to the source. These are great for anything that has two or more people in a room, as the microphones will not interfere between each other. Dynamic mics also do not pick up any background noise because they're insensitive. So keyboard noises or anything like that will not be picked up. However, condenser microphones are the exact opposite. They are extremely sensitive and they can be placed much further away, but there are some downfalls here. They will pick up everything. So if you have a busy road outside, roadworks, keyboard noises, computer fans, air conditioning, basically any frequencies will be picked up. Now you can apply audio filters to minimize this, but it will still be present in some way. Condenser mics are great and ideal for single person streams or content creation, and not really ideal for more than one person in a room if they have a condenser microphone each. You could, however, use one condenser microphone to possibly pick up both people. Being more sensitive, they can often capture a broader range of frequencies and capture your voice how it really should sound, because it's getting that really nice wide range. For the exact specifications of the Radium 600 microphone by Genesis, head over to kitguru.net. Now the way the capsule inside the microphone picks up that sound is known as a polar pickup pattern. Now there are many different patterns, but the Radium 600 has a cardioid pickup pattern, which is indicated by that funny upside down peach symbol that we mentioned earlier. Now that indicates the direction of the capsule, so make sure to talk directly into the front and not into the top of the microphone. So let me demonstrate the cardioid pickup pattern. Now this pickup pattern will pick up everything in front of the microphone, but there is a dead spot directly behind the capsule. So if I talk into the front like I am now, everything is great, and even the sides are actually okay. But if I turn the microphone around, behind isn't actually that great at all. Now included in the package is a foam filter and dedicated pop filter too. Now these will minimize plosives and stop audio pops and clicks for a cleaner sound. And I'll demonstrate these for you now without the filters, with the foam filter, and then with both applied. So let's do that now. So this is a quick test without any filters on there whatsoever. So I'm just going to say some things that will cause plosives so that you can hear them. So boy, go, do, pen, cat, top, t, k, p, g, d, b. So that's it without any filters. Now with the foam filter on the top. So this is the test with the foam filter. So boy, good, do, pen, cat, top, t, k, p, d, g, b. So that's with the foam filter on the top. And now let's check it out with the dedicated pop filter as well. Boy, go, do, pen, cat, top, t, k, p, d, g, b. Now I'm going to continue to use the microphone for you now as sort of an extended test. I will not add any effects or filters, but I may adjust audio levels for consistency. So another thing to mention is the red LED light around the capsule. Now this is a great feature, but it would have been nice if the LED turned off when the microphone is not active, instead of just being constantly on. But it's kind of nice to see, that it's at least on. From that quick test, you can hear what a huge difference these filters make. It really cleans up the audio, and I'm very impressed with the audio quality from this microphone. You may, however, hear some background noise right now as I have a huge 150 watt LED light on me that has loud fans inside it, as well as several PCs on in the room. So just keep that in mind. I'm really glad to see the inclusion of both the foam filter and the clampable pop filter. Even if you take my advice and don't use the included stand, you can attach these to a boom arm for continued use. Often you only get a foam filter with microphones and have to purchase pop filters separately, so I'm glad Genesis have included both of these. So you've heard the microphone now straight out of the box and recording. Let's hear what it sounds like with some basic adjustments like EQ, compression and noise reduction. So those adjustments have now been made, and I'm going to ramble on a little bit longer as another sort of audio test for you, and hopefully you can hear the difference that a few easy tweaks can make. Again, more on that later. So what are your thoughts of the audio quality of the Radium 600 microphone? That is why we're here after all, isn't it? So personally, the audio quality is much better than I was expecting. Being a condenser mic, I think it captures frequencies in my voice very well, and for the price point, the quality is actually really good, especially considering everything else that you get with the package as well. So I do want to touch on the fact that this is USB only. This is fine for most, but I have loved to have seen an XLR input option too. If you ever want to upgrade your setup for better audio quality and use a mixer, then you're gonna have to purchase a brand new microphone, which could mean that you spend more money in the long run. You need to consider if you are going to upgrade in the future or just stick with one microphone for quite some time, really. There are microphones out there that have USB and XLR modes, so you could start with USB and then sort of swap over to XLR without even buying a new microphone. So to me, this is a huge factor, as anyone starting out may eventually wish to upgrade later down the road. Since most content creators and live streamers use OBS Studio, I'm going to show you how to add the microphone for use there. And these steps apply to slobs, also known as Streamlabs OBS. So let's check it out. Open OBS, head down to the sources menu, click the plus button, or you can right click in the window and add new audio capture device. From the drop down, select the Radium 600 microphone and click OK. If you right click on that new source that you've created, you can select filters towards the bottom, and this is where you can add some tweaks and any adjustments that you'd like. You can add filters such as compression, noise gates, and so much more, but you will have to fiddle around with them to get the perfect sound for yourself. So let's get straight to the point. What is my conclusion of the Genesis Radium 600 condenser microphone? Would I buy one myself? No. And I say that because there is no XLR input, and we use an audio interface that requires XLR, and because I stream with my wife, condenser microphones do not work. We require dynamic microphones to stop any interference. Does that mean that you shouldn't consider the Radium 600? Well, the answer is absolutely not, because for your needs, this might actually be a very good option, considering you get a fair number of accessories and the affordable price point, the ease of use and minimal setup time. The stand isn't that great at all, and the lack of XLR is disappointing, but the audio quality certainly makes up, in my opinion. After all, you are buying this for the microphone's quality, so if you're looking for a decent, affordable microphone, then I would say check out the Genesis Radium 600. So if you've liked this video, hit that thumbs up, smash that subscribe button, make sure you turn the notification bell on. You can check out our merchandise down below and check out our website daily. I've been Andy, this is Kit Guru, and I will see you in the next one. Thank you for watching.